What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Matt, and this is Odin Driven. So today's topic, I'm going to discuss with you more of a monologue, why I decided to buy a Dodge Challenger, and specifically why the TA 392. So before we get started, please hit that subscribe button. There's a little share thing down there. You can share it with your friends and family, put it on your timeline, put it on your Twitter feed, put it on your Instagram. Any support is much appreciated. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button at any point from now until the end, and leave a comment. Let me know, what kind of topics I can cover for you guys, what you want to see, because this is for you as much as it is for me. So let's get into it. So I promise you guys this is going to be a not so lengthy video. I'm sitting in the car. It's like 80 degrees outside. It's February in San Diego. My windows are up and I'm hungry. And my arm is going to get tired. I haven't bought one of those little in-car phone holders that's like perfect height for vlogging and all that. So I promise you it's going to be a short video, or shorter. It's not going to be one of those 20-minute long ones you guys don't really like to watch. With that being said, let's get into it. So the reason that I chose a Dodge Challenger, and specifically the TA 392, let me give you a little bit about myself. So I'm not the person who, domestic only, we shouldn't, imports are trash. Now, I may say that because I love my car so much that I put down people that have imports, but I got love for all cars. Originally I had my Honda Civic, I had a Toyota 4Runner. I would love my new car right now that I'm thinking down the road when I someday might be able to afford it, is the Porsche Cayenne. It's the little crossover type one. That thing is bad. So, I am not just a diehard domestics fan. I got my eyes on cars that have performance. I love that. I want it to sound good. I want it to look good. I want it to feel good. And so, whatever's gonna to make it so that when I show up and people know I'm there. I like that. So, with that being said, going into the car search, I was predisposed to the Dodge Challengers, the Dodge Chargers. I had people around me who had, the mid-tier muscle cars. And I liked the sound of it. I liked how when they showed up, they were there. It looks like an aggressive car. It's mean. It's not like showing up in just your typical, box sedan. And, it's like, oh, there's Matt. It's, you show up and people know that you're there. They know which car is yours. That could be a positive or negative depending on where you're showing up to. But nonetheless, that's what I was looking for. And so going into the search, I wanted to be able to have the car that, the people around me, they had that car. They had the one where they showed up and they were there and people knew they were there. When the people pulled up into the parking lot and they saw that car, they said, hey, that person's there. And that's what I was looking for. Call me shallow, call me, whatever. But, yes, I believe that a car is for getting you from point A to point B, but also you want to feel good. You want to show up and people give you some sort of, admiration. So that was one reason that I had the Challenger on my list. Secondly, I've never had a two-door car. I thought that would be cool. It gave me an opportunity to not give people rides. I've mentioned that before. I've always had, a car with 4 doors. I had the 4Runner where I could pack in as many people as I wanted to. I had the Civic where, people could sit in the back seat. It wasn't very comfortable, but there was four doors there. And so now I have an opportunity where it's like, hey, I don't necessarily have to give rides. I got a 2-door car. I can still give rides, but people aren't asking as much. It's a big bonus. So when I went into the search, I originally, like I had mentioned in my previous video, that I would want to have a Dodge Charger. I wanted the Dodge Charger. I was pumped on it. I was set. I was like, oh man, it looks like a great car, and it's gonna, it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna have that. I'll be, just like everyone else, and except this one will have, more power. With that being said, more people got the Dodge Charger in my group. I don't want to be a copycat. One person gets it, it's cool. 5 people get it, it's not so cool, unless you're one of the original owners. So I thought, hey, the next best thing, why don't we look in the Dodge Challenger? That's just as good of a car, and it has the retro look, and it grew on me. It looks so much like the originals that I don't know, I fell in love really quick. And so I said, hey, why not? All right, I'm gonna kick into this. I'm gonna look for Dodge Challengers within like a 500-mile radius, and specifically the Dodge Challengers that were the 2015 or newer. Just because of the refresh that they did, it looked better in the rear, it looked better in the front. The inside was fixed up. It was all around a better car in my opinion. So I did the look, and yeah, I was looking at RTs, but that wasn't necessarily what I wanted. Yes, Gap Packs are RTs, they're not SRTs, but what I'm referring to is the RT 345 5.7 liter. So I said, hey, you know what? The Scat Pack's not out of my range. I'm gonna look at that. It has more power. It's a bigger block, and I'm gonna be the dude. I'm gonna be the guy with the car, with the big car, not the mid-range car or anything like that. So I'm looking, and I find a couple good deals. There's some with high mileage, some not so high mileage, and kind of the numbers were all over the place. And so I finally landed on, I believe it was 3 different Challengers. There were 2, it was 1 or 2 Scat Packs, one with the red interior. It was a white exterior and the red interior. I would have loved to have that car, but the mileage was a little higher than I wanted, and the price was a little higher than I would prefer to pay for that mileage. So it narrowed it down to 2 TAs. There was 1 TA, I believe, in the LA area. I want to say it was a 5.7. It was gray, it was destroyer gray, and it looked sexy, but it didn't have the leather with the suede or the I don't know, the Alcantara or the suede, or maybe it's the same thing, but it didn't have like the plus package inside. Whereas the TA that I currently own today, which is a 6.4, that had all the bells and whistles that I was looking for. The one in LA did not. I might have had the convenience group, but it did not have everything that I was specifically looking for, and I just couldn't pull the trigger on it. So there I am. I'm thinking, hey, it's like 300 and something miles to Arizona, but this is the car that's in my price range. It's got all the bells and whistles on the inside. It looks nice on the outside. It's white with black, so it has the good contrast. It's got the 9.5-inch wide wheels. It's got everything that it's got everything that I want. Why would I not go for this? It's got a little flair to it with the decals and the hood and the trunk lid. Yeah, we're pulling the trigger. And so I got it, and I was thinking of all the things I wanted in a car. I wanted the performance. I wanted that, that presence when it arrives. I wanted it to have that good sound. When you get up on the car and it just gives that good growl, you're not going to get that from the Honda Civic. I had it. You don't get it. The Toyota 4Runner didn't have it. I'm sure you can do the aftermarket stuff and the exhaust systems, and that's cool and all, but I wanted it from the jump. And so finally I got the car, and it's kind of like it's checking off all the boxes, checking off all the things that I wanted. I show up and people are like, oh, whoa, you got the car. And I still hear it to this day. People that I know, they're like, dude, I love your car, man. I can't help but tell you. I know I've told you this many times, but I like the car. I love the car. You know, I go to the drive-through at Starbucks or something. You know, just random people. I talk to people who, you know, they have cars from the the 70s that are similar cars, and they're like, hey yo, how much horsepower, how much torque, how big's the block, you know, different things like that. So it has that presence factor. It certainly has the sound. Okay, that's just, it's a given. Sorry about that, guys. My phone, it couldn't handle the heat. It overheated inside the car. I told you it was hot in there. But you know what that means? I will go, because I'm overheating too. Okay, you know, but I'm not gonna tap out like that. Okay, I'm sitting there. I want you guys to know exactly what's up. So, anyways, I'm gonna finish things out in my wife's cool little chair. As I was discussing before, it has everything that I want. It has the performance, has the sound, has the presence, and ultimately, it checked off all the boxes that I was looking for, and that's why I just had to go with the Dodge Challenger TA 392. So, in closing, thank you guys for sticking this out. I think we kept it right around 10 minutes, which is like YouTube's special mark. They love it when it's right around 10 minutes, so we're going to do more of that. But anyways, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. If you didn't like it, I guess hit the thumbs down, but maybe you should have stopped watching a while ago. Any suggestions you guys got? Any suggestions for videos or content? Any questions you may have, please leave them down in the comments below. I will answer them. I try to get back to everybody because I don't get that many comments. Someday I'm hoping I got thousands of comments, and I'm going to try to get through those and say, hey, I'm trying, but I can't. And, so I'm going to get back to everybody. Put it that way. Okay, I'm going to get back to everybody so long as we don't exceed like 1 million comments. I'm going to go through, I'm going to take the time, I'm going to heart it, like it. I'm going to get back to you guys. Finally, please subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends and family, your timeline, your Twitter feed, your Instagram, put it on everything, man. So with that being said, I'm going to close things out a little different, and I'm going to let my cat close it out because I've had a couple people say, hey, we want to see your cat. So without further ado, meet CeCe. Close things out, kitty. Close things out. You go subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Alright, everybody, this is Odin Driven. You guys have a good one. We'll see you next time. Bye.